Okay, folks, this is called the Haunted Hotel. And what's neat about it is that, walk over here. If you've ever heard of the Axeman of New Orleans, he did exist and he was also portrayed in American Horror Story. So I'm going to read this to you. Welcome. The Haunted Hotel at 623 Ursulines in New Orleans is New Orleans' oldest and best-known haunted hotel. Built in 1829, the hotel has been home to nearly a dozen murders in the last 200 years. Reports of being haunted initially dated back to 1918, when New Orleans' infamous serial killer, the Axeman, who was never caught, left a bloody trail through the city, becoming one of the most notorious serial killers of the 20th century. To this day, his identity remains unknown. Largely targeting the Italian population in New Orleans, confirmed reports have verified that the Axeman lived in the hotel during the murders, running one of the back rooms in the slave quarters. The Axeman was the handyman of the property and led a very unassuming life. He was never apprehended by the authorities. However, in March 1919, the New Orleans newspaper received a letter from the Axeman, which read in part, March 13, 1919. Esteemed mortal, they have never caught me and they never will. They have never seen me, for I am invisible, even as the ether that surrounds your earth. I am not a human being, but a spirit and a demon from the hottest hell. I am what you Orleans and your foolish police call the Axeman. When I see fit, I shall come and claim other victims. I alone know who they shall be. I shall leave no clue except my bloody axe, besmeared with blood and brains of he whom I have sent below to keep me company. Now, I've always heard that he used his victims' own axes. Undoubtedly, you Orleans think of me as a most horrible murderer, which I am. When I see fit, I shall come and claim other victims. I alone know who they shall be. I shall leave no clue except my bloody axe, besmeared with blood and brains of he whom I have sent below to keep me company. Undoubtedly, you Orleans, think of me as a most horrible murderer, which I am, but I could be much worse if I wanted to be. If I wished, I could pay a visit to your city every night. At will, I could slay thousands of your best citizens, for I am in close relationship with the angel of death. Now, to be exact, at 12:15 earthly time, on next Tuesday night, I am going to pass over New Orleans. In my infinite mercy, I am going to make a little proposition to you people. Here it is. I am very fond of jazz music, and I swear by all the devils in the nether regions that every person shall be spared, and whose home a jazz band is in full swing at the time I have just mentioned. If everyone has a jazz band going, well, then so much the better for you people. One thing is certain, and that is that some of you people who do not jazz it on Tuesday night, if there be any, will get the axe. And then it says the Axeman. Okay. New Orleans largely followed his instructions, filling housings, dining halls, and the entire French Quarter with music. One songwriter, Joseph de Villa, wrote a song entitled The Mysterious Axeman's Jazz, which became a standard jazz tune. Nobody was murdered that Tuesday, but the Axeman's legend lives on in the dark corners of the French Quarter and at the infamous Haunted Hotel on Ursulines, and that's where we are. So if you ever want to look this up, here's the information down here.
And fun fact, turn behind you to the Villa Convento.
Okay, turn behind me.
Yeah, right there, that big old brick building.
Okay.
The House of the Rising Sun.
Uh-huh.
That's what this song is about.
Oh,
the
really?
Sister here, yeah, I just got that from the guy that owns this hotel.
Awesome.
The sister that lived there told her sister not to come here, she'll end up being a prostitute. That's where this originated from, the song.
Well, according to this, the Axeman rented a house here, or rented a
He just told me.
Yeah,
He
I
stayed
just
here.
read that. So
He said he stayed here, and that right there
yeah.
is one of the families that was first murdered. That owned
Oh,
this French
really?
cafe.
Okay, so this French
At the time
cafe
it wasn't a French cafe. It was by the Sicilians that owned it.
apparently is one of the. I wished I would have gotten a interview with him, but at least you did. So right here is one of his first victims.
Yeah, well, the owner of that cafe, but
The owner?
was Sicilian.
Yeah, Italian. Yeah. So we may be in the
And
Italian.
it was the mafia,
Yeah.
and they did catch him. He was shot and killed in California.
Well, that's one theory, yeah, because I've read that. But 623 Haunted Hotel. So, okay. Well, there you have it, folks. And in American Horror Story, it was Danny Houston that portrayed the Axeman.
Haunted house ahead.
Haunted House Ahead. So, apparently he lived somewhere back in there in one of the slave quarters. So, okay. On to our next destination. Jerry and Teresa are out.